So yeah, maybe a little more irritating to level in this pandaria, like, because it's not as easy to just pull everything, as I said previously. Yeah, I apologize again for the cut. You may have seen this video is going to be a little bit patchy due to the fact that I still haven't got the software figured out for the screen recording and the voice recording, putting it all together. I don't know, it's just been a little bit more difficult for me than for some others. Yeah. So I think I pretty much covered everything to do with Mr. Pandaria protection paladin leveling, apart from maybe the talents, which I will gladly go through in a bit. Alright, I'm probably not gonna kill this guy anytime soon, as you can see. The kill time is extremely slow on normal creeps. I realize it's also due to the fact that I'm constantly moving, but I'm trying to avoid taking damage. I don't know, it's kind of like a raiding habit, you could say. You may want to do that as well, because if you don't, you may want to heal up at the end of the fight, and because of the heals now take a certain percentage of your mana, and the one for Flash of Light is really great. I mean, we don't have any other alternative healing at the moment. As you can see, if you look through the spells, it's Flash of Light, Lay on Hands that we'll have for healing. Obviously, Hour of Glory, and that's it. That's all our healing. We don't have our Holy Light anymore that we used to before. And so you have 50,000 mana, and you will be able to cast this 1, 2, 3 times. You heal about 20k at a time, and you have, well, as a protection paladin, 300k around, so a bit more than that, to give or take. If you're a energy paladin, it's the same thing. So healing up is going to be difficult if you lost a lot of HP during the fight, because there isn't really a way to gain any holy powers unless you're in combat, and you don't want to get in combat with low HP. So that's why you wanna actually avoid joining combat. Let me try burn this thing from a distance so I don't pull the spider. Did I succeed? I hardly think so. This didn't count. Yeah, that's the thing. If you pull something, you're basically screwed. I'm gonna try to stun the guy. Oh, look at this shred egg. Oh, cool! I can burn the spider as well. Doesn't do enough damage though. It barely does anything to him. Burning 3% of total health over 6 seconds. Doesn't look like it's doing damage to him at all. Yeah. Ooh, and another thing. If you're doing AoE damage in the area, you're most likely gonna pull other creeps or other people's creeps, which is so irritating, so irritating. See if I can flee from combat just by running away. Fortunately, I can't, which means I'm gonna be staying in combat for a while. And another guy comes. Yeah, that's another problem, especially at the beginning of expansion where everything just spawns really fast. You can't really get away from combat easily as a protection paladin. You don't have as many escapes. All you can do is basically run and bubble. Of course, bubble. Also, I'll be briefly talking about professions that right now. I'll briefly mention that they've made them incredibly easy to level. Later on, I'll discuss as many professions as I can. I'll try to get all my alts and just level as many professions as possible, just so I can explain how they work. But basically, I can show you here quickly what you're crafting. Like, a lot of things have like +3 skill bonus to them. So watch this. I'm just gonna make this. Yeah, I should make this. And I get boom +3, and I get the Facets of Research unique bag. Can only make one a day. I open it, and inside there is 2 of these. 80 intellect, 120 stamina, 8 agility, 160 hit. This piece of shit that sells for 6 gold, whatever. Now when you open jewelry crafting, however, you'll see that I've actually, if you go to purple, where is it? Because I did the purple research now. I've learned how to make a gem with 160 expertise and 120 stamina. Not bad, not bad. I mean, it's not good, but it's not bad either. It's neither. Yeah. Now I need to look for a marksman. Okay, while I'm looking for the marksman, I'll talk about the talents. Now, the mistake I've done when I picked my talents, I'm not really about to change them now, is I picked what's going to be better for a tank to have. Which is not what you want to do when you level. You want to pick something that will help you level faster, which means clear camps faster. I just picked the 15% movement speed overall and plus 5% speed for each holy power because I thought I'll be saving holy powers during fights. In reality, I'm just spending them whenever I get them, so maybe that wasn't a good call. Judgment, I don't know, I just didn't feel like this was a great choice given the fact that I could just have 50% normal speed and like whatever with my holy powers. I don't know, I did feel it's like a great choice. Spider's chasing me again, there's nothing I can stop it. I can run away while I'm talking about the talents. Anyway, so yeah, and the speed of light, which is a 45-second cooldown, 70% speed. I guess that's amazing for your PvP. That will be pretty nice. However, so will that. I mean, 45% every time you use judgment, and use judgment a lot. So yeah, I don't see why not. Yes, I finally got through without putting any aggro. Anyway. Oh, I could have given the quest to him. And I'll just take something here. Anyway, I'll just continue talking for now. There's nice stun choices in this slot, apart from the last one, which is just reduces movement speed by 50% for 12 seconds, which is quite kind of good if you're gonna chase after things, but really, its only application is PvP. Really, the only application it has. I don't otherwise see the point of that. I mean, it's passive and it's with your judgment, and it's for 12 seconds. So yeah, it's a great PvP application, but completely useless for your leveling. Unless you have lots of world PvP, which I doubt you do in your server. Anyway, the Fists of Justice, apparently it's just it replaces your Hammer of Justice and it's just half the cooldown of your Hammer of Justice. Again, great for PvP, very nice for your leveling depending how you play. The reason I pick Repentance is because you basically get a CC like any other class, and I find when I need to CC, there's never anybody around that will CC, so having your own CC actually is really great. Spider's hitting me. Anyway. Going on to the next slot, your Selfless Healer. Your successful judgments reduce the cast time and mana cost of your next Flash of Light by 35% per stack and improve its effectiveness by 35% per stack when used to heal others. Stacks up 3 times. Somehow I just don't find I'll be using my Flash of Light a lot. I don't know. I'm not going to be healing others, definitely, as a tank or by yourself, leveling. It's pretty pointless. So that's why I didn't choose that one specifically. I will move on to the next ones now. Right, Eternal Flame. I picked this when I had my Holy spec and I was just healing some friends in some dungeons using my old healing PvP gear. It was alright. I mean, it worked for like the first few instances. Later on, it didn't so much. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's PvP gear and it's pretty outdated. I wasn't bothered changing it. However, I can just buy that stuff now and see what happens. Anyway, what this does is it replaces your Word of Glory. It still has that base healing as usual, but it's weaker. But what it does, it also heals on like a dot for a Holy Paladin. It's like a dot, like healing over time for a Holy Paladin. It's really nice if you're Holy, completely useless if you're a tank. I mean, I see no application on this. So this is why it brings me to Sacred Shield, 6-second cooldown, some damage absorption, put it on once you're tanking. Just free damage absorption, basically, that's all it is. And you don't have to do anything, you just click it once, and you just leave it there for 30 seconds. I found it really nice. Okay, it's pretty obvious why I picked Hand of Purity here. It places a hand on friendly target, reducing the damage of harmful periodic effects by 70% for 6 seconds. Players may only have one hand on them per paladin at any one time. Greatest tanking thing ever, ain't it? Yep. Unbreakable Spirit. When your Divine Shield, Divine Protection, or Lay of Hands are on cooldown, spending Holy Power will reduce the remaining cooldown by 1% per Holy Power spent, up to a maximum of 50% reduction. Can you see why I didn't go for this over Hand of Purity here? With 30-second cooldown, 70% damage reduction from periodics. Yeah, that's heavy, especially if you have a lot of periodic damage, like a deadly dot in a raid or something, or a dungeon. This could really save your life if you use it correctly. Clemency. You can use your Hand of Freedom, Hand of Protection, Hand of Sacrifice, and Hand of Salvation twice before incurring each of their cooldowns. I guess that's crazy for PvP because you can use your Hand of Freedom twice. But again in tanking, I don't really see a good application. I mean, you can use your Hand of Sacrifice and your Hand of Salvation twice, which I rarely use once actually. To be fair, I rarely use this. Only when I'm stuck there and I'm thinking, oh no, everything's going to hell. What shall I do? That's when I use it. It's like emergency, basically. Moving on to the next slot, you got your Holy Avenger abilities that generate Holy Power, will deal 30% additional damage and healing, generate 3 charges of Holy Power for the next 18 seconds. I probably should have picked that. That will help my level, but I didn't because I thought I'll be a tank, I'll be such a good tank. So I decided against it. Now, Divine Purpose. Abilities that cause Holy Power will have a 25% chance to cause Divine Purpose effect. Divine Purpose. Next Holy Power ability will consume no Holy Power and will cast as if 3 Holy Powers were consumed. Last 8 seconds. Again, I should have probably picked that. It's really nice and powerful. I get a free heal. I get the. I mean combine and have a Word of Glory and the Shield of Righteous. Hell, if I even because as a protection paladin, get 5 Holy Powers. You can, if I went up to 5 Holy Powers, I could have got a free one. Then I used one, and then I just use a Judgment or a Hammer of the Righteous, which are the 2 abilities that generate Holy Powers. I could have used another Word of Glory or Shield of Righteous. So yeah, I probably should have picked that. But I decided to be a good tank, and I decided to go for Sanctified Wrath, which the passive is Avenging Wrath, lasts 50% longer and grants more frequent access to one of your abilities while it lasts. I'm not sure what it means by that. But anyway. And Protection reduces the cooldown of Judgment by 50%. Avenging Wrath also increases healing received by 20%. So you see why this is great for Protection, because of the increase in healing, and the Judgment generates more Holy Powers for you, and this also means that you can heal yourself or you can produce more threat. You decide basically at this point. Yeah, it's great. Now, this is the last raw of the at level 90. At this point, I should probably be picking what's better for a tank rather than what's better for leveling. So here I'm just not gonna even go into leveling because you're level 90 already. There's no point. They'll probably have changes at next expansion if there's gonna be one. There's probably gonna be one. Yeah, I just want to spread this word out. Blizzard promised to make altogether 9 expansions, or in other words 10 games. So we will have plenty of expansions left. This is the 4th expansion, I believe. Yeah, let's count them. Burning Crusade, Lich King, Cataclysm, Pandaria. This is the 4th expansion. So 5 games total, we'll have 5 more expansions. Yay. Anyway. Don't ask me where I read that. I can't remember to save my life. So yeah. Now, the Holy Prison sends a beam of light towards a target, turning them into a prism for holy energy. If an enemy is the prism, they take 26,000 holy damage and radiate 70,000 healing to 5 nearby allies within 15 yards. Alright. If an ally is in the prism, They are healed for 26,000 and radiate 17,000 holy damage to 5 nearby enemies, 15 yards. Again, I don't see how this is gonna help my tanking. The only thing I can maybe think about is maybe if you throw it on an ally and like that has aggro on a bunch of things, and because you already did the holy damage, your Righteous Fury will pull the mobs back, I guess, towards you. I mean, if that generates enough threat, maybe that could be interesting actually. Or the other way around, you could just use it for the healing. You could just throw it on the boss and just everybody around it to get some healing. If the healer's having trouble, it's not that much healing, but still, it's better than nothing. Light hammer, hurl a light infused hammer into the ground where it will blast a 10-yard area with arcing light for 16 seconds. The arcing light deals 5,000, nearly 6,000 holy damage to enemies within the area and 6,000 healing to allies within the area for every 2 seconds. Again, it's like a 1-minute cooldown AoE heal slash aggro thing. I mean, I'm not even sure. 10-yard area, that's not a lot. I don't think it's a lot. I mean, what's the area of consecration? It doesn't say. What about this? What's the area of that? 10 yards. So, like around. It's like another Holy Wrath, basically, but less longer. It's like Consecration and Holy Wrath combined in a way, in a weird way. But it also heals on top of everything, so it's like Radiance and Wrath combined. It's weird, strange, but it's shorter range. I don't know. I wouldn't. This basically is no preference between these two. I don't know which one I'd pick. I'd probably read the last one right now and see what it does. A hammer slowly falls from the sky, causing 55,000 holy damage over 10 seconds. That's insane damage for me right now, especially because I could not even dream of doing 55,000 damage in a single hit. However, it's over 10 seconds, so I'm guessing it's not as great, and it deals it slowly at first. No, I don't know. I guess if I could do 50,000 damage, why not? And well, this also stay of execution if used on a friendly target. Oh, the falling hammer heals the target for 55,000 healing. Sealing does slow at first. Okay, so basically I pick a dot. Again, I don't see why this will have obviously zero application to tanking. So I'll probably go for the Holy Prism. Granted, as I have that, it's 20-second cooldown first of all, so that's less cooldown, and that. It's kind of like if you remember Paladins back in Lich King, I don't remember how in Cataclysm, they had a spell called the Righteous Defender or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but anyway, what it did was it took aggro of an ally and just sent it to you straight away. Yeah, we had it in Cataclysm. So those of you who played Protection Paladins in Cataclysm will remember that. So it's kind of like that actually, in a way. I mean, it also does the healing and the damage, which is great. So, but it also pulls it will also like help get the aggro on the things around it. Maybe if you combine that with your Hand of Salvation, that would be insane. I mean, yeah, that's pretty good if you think about it. In any case, that's pretty much it for the Paladin Spotlight. Oh no, before I forget, yeah, no, actually I mentioned the Blinding Light. One more thing. Your Blessing of Kings has received a slight nerf. It no longer gives you stamina or spirit, and strength, agility, and intellect are only increased by 5%. So yes, it's not as good as it used to be, unfortunately. For your Blessing of Might, it no longer gives you attack power. It no longer gives you mana regeneration. All it gives you is mastery. Now, your spells give you very specific things. There's a buff for stamina, there's a buff for attack power, there's a buff for mastery, there's a buff for mana regeneration, there's a buff for there's a few more buffs. I can't quite pinpoint them. There's like spell power, crit, and I don't know, I think haste and something else, maybe spirit. Not quite sure. In any case, these buffs, you have like there's 8 of them in total, and it shows you like how many you have per group in your dungeon group, but obviously in raid you try and succeed getting all 8 of them. So you can only have like up to 8 buffs of your from your spells. Obviously you have your food, whatever else. Yeah, they made again. If you always wanted to level cooking, but you've always thought it's such a hassle, perfect time to do it. You go to a place in Vale of the Four Winds. I'll tell you what it's called now. It's called Half Hill. Wait, now you can see it better. Half Hill. It's right in the middle here. Now it's a flat path there as well. You just get the quests and do them no matter what level you are. I think okay. Maybe I started like I nearly maxed out in Cataclysm and then I gave up because I just couldn't find any more patterns, and so I thought, what's the point of this? I don't know if we get that much out of it. I don't know. I didn't see that much of a point. But now it's just so simple and easy. It's like, why not do it? It's like basically you're pressing train all the time. You just buy a few things from the vendor that's next to the quest giver, and you just give in the quests as soon as you complete them, and you get like so much cooking +3 all the time. I'm pretty sure that's happened to all professions now. I think they just made all professions easy overall. It's a good or a bad thing depending how you like to see it done. I mean, for some it's a good thing, for some it's not as much. I mean, there's preference. There are people that like it hard mode. There's people that don't like hard mode. You know the problem I have with hard mode? I can't. I have to devote much more time to it, and I'm scared I'm just not that dedicated as I'd like to be to the game. I mean, I have other things to do apart from the game, so it can get quite difficult to balance your gaming, especially WoW with such a long game, so much things to do. It's quite hard at times. So yeah, that's pretty much concludes it for World of Warcraft. I'll be doing some League of Legends videos, but they will be just for champions. I'm not going to be doing general things. I'm going to be doing the champions specifically I play, that I like, that I'm really good at. And yeah, I'll make another video reviewing the level 90 instances, and just generally tanking Mr. Pandaria, the heroics, how different it is to Cataclysm. I'll do many comparisons to Lich King. The reason I'm not doing many Burning Crusade and vanilla comparisons is because I just think it's a whole different game. Plus, added to the fact that it was so long ago, and I just didn't play that much in Burning Crusade and vanilla, so I wouldn't really be the best person to talk to about that. Not really that great. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. And I'll see you in my next video. Remember to subscribe and rate this video a thumbs up if you want to see more. It helps our channel. Great, thank you. Alright, good night, bye.